After a very interesting day at the Florida Aquarium, we head back to... Well, what the heck's going on here? Well, apparently Bryce the camper and Dan the counselor got into a plastic sword fight. For what reason, I don't know. But anyway, they seem to be going at it really, really intensely, sort of, yeah. And you know, I can't take Bryce seriously wearing that squid hat. It's just too silly.
I'm thinking, use your mouth. Use your mouth. You can do it. Okay, maybe that didn't work. Alright, how about, use your feet. Use your feet. Yeah, that's a good idea. Use your stinking feet. Okay, that's a good... Okay, maybe
Get your crack
looks like Bryce the Squid Man has been defeated, but here comes Sam stabbing Dan right in the heart.
Oh, Jesus!
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Squid Man's been defeated.
It's time to put on the squid hat.
I think this is starting to get really out of hand here.
Get your popcorn.
Who ordered the calamari?
Put on your squid hat, baby.
Oh. Well, that's one of the crazier evenings at Mzinga Lodge. But anyway, let's fast forward to the next day. Oh.
McAnswers. So Moyo is 15 years old. Hi, buddy.
I don't think I mentioned this yet, but Moyo likes to rest his chin on high up places, where he could see everybody clearly. It's actually a very cute habit for a full-grown 15-year-old hippopotamus. I mean, look at that. Look at that cute little hippo face. Now, before we can start anything with the hippos, we first have to go take care and feed the other animals of Egde of Africa. So just rest your chin there for a second, Moyo, okay? Today, instead of just ice popsicles, the lions get delicious meat treats to chew on. It's a meat treat that cannot be beat if you want to eat it with your front feet, but I don't really know why I just made that rhyme. But lions can actually eat 75 pounds of meat in one sitting. That's equivalent to eating 435 McDonald's cheeseburgers in one meal time. Imagine how fat you would look at the end of that. My God. Well, it's a big enough meal to satisfy big carnivores like these lions. I mean, what's better than getting a big, nice chunk of meat to chew on? It's like a carnivore's paradise. Getting your meal without all the painstaking hunting, running, jumping, tackling, choking, and then finally eating and ripping apart. All of that is not necessary here at Busch Gardens, for their meat is served to them every day in very creative, intricate ways to stimulate their brains. As for example, right here, Rose is chewing on a meat volcano that one of the campers sculpted out for her. And here comes Iris, just wanting to see what Rose is up to. She seems to have picked up the scent of the meat volcano and is now, following it. But unfortunately, Rose has gotten to it first, so she'll have to find another slab of meat somewhere else. Don't worry, we left enough meat for each lion to feast on. And look, she's already found her meat pile by the rocks over here. Over by the lemur habitat, the lemurs seem to be pretty excited to see us once again, for they know they're going to get some nice, delicious treats out of us, as always. But besides getting treats all the time, the lemurs love to be socialized by us quite oftenly. And they always like to check us out and, you know, smell our scents and sit around and say, how's it going and what's up and what you doing? How's the weather? How's the water? You got a nice juicy bug on your back. I would like to eat it.
Ew, where? Get it off. Get it off. I don't like bugs on me.
They ask us, have you worshipped the sun lately, or do you like to move it, move it? And I say, I like to move it, move it. And then they all start jumping around and dancing like the cute little prosimians that they are. How long is your tail? How wide can you open your eyes? How prehensile is your thumbs? All sorts of nice lemur stuff we talk about. Then after an exhilarating game of 20 questions, they get tired from the heat of the day and take a break in the shade. And then they become lazy lemurs. You bored? Yep. Well, it looks like it is now that time of the day where Eva and Kita take their daily swim in the pond. Why don't we observe them as they spend their time under the water? Shall we? Now known to be more closely related to the whales, the hippopotamus leads a semi-aquatic life. And it's one of the only ungulate mammals that live most of its time under the water. Lacking sweat glands, the hippopotamus relies solely on the water to keep its skin moist and cool. I always wonder, if hippos spend that much time in the water, how do they not get so pruny? Being an excellent swimmer and diver, the hippopotamus uses its own density to bound across the water in long strides, and it can stay submerged for about 5 minutes at a time. So eventually she does have to come up for a breath of air every so often. By only sticking her nostrils above the surface, she is almost practically invisible to anything above the surface of the water. Even if adult hippos don't have any natural predators, it's still very good camouflage if you want to disappear completely out of sight. Sometimes beneficial for big animals like these. Now remember when I said that hippos were good swimmers? Well, actually they don't really swim at all. They actually just walk across the water. Here, Eva shows a great example of that. Let's watch. To aid in moving through the water, the hippo's feet are webbed between the toes, kind of like a duck. And as you can see here on Eva, her eyes, nostrils, and ears are all positioned on the top of her head. This helps her breathe, see, and hear without ever getting out of the water. Now that's evolution at its cleverest. Cleverest, is that even a word? Well, anyway, as you can already tell, the hippopotamus has been especially adapted to live in the water for most of its life. It is indeed a very unique animal. And now it's time for Kita to come out for a training session. Oh, what's this? Lemurs on the poles. Well, what are they doing there? Oh wait, that's right, I forgot to say that the lemurs actually live right next to the hippos. So they both in turn share the same exact habitat, except the lemurs can go wherever they want and the hippos only stay around the pool area. I mean, you don't want your hippos playing with your lemurs, or else you're gonna have some nice lemur pancakes by the end of that. Lemur pancakes. That's funny. Oy. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say, so I'll just let the rest of this scene play out for you guys.
bounce the big piece off her head.
You can get that one. She's good at bouncing for him.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah, of course. Alright, we'll head back to Hippo. See where they need it.
Alright. Alright.
Later in the evening, we see the Kinetic Show for the second time, and here we see a couple of guys balancing on top of ladders as they juggle pins across to one another. Wow, how do they do that? And then we see this crazy biker guy that likes to knock people over with his bike and then jump over him like this. But that's not all, because he can also jump onto platforms with his bike without using any ramp whatsoever. And that probably takes a lot of muscle to get yourself up there with your bike without a ramp. I mean, just look at that. How does he do that? I mean, look, now his bike is a unicycle. Amazing. I could never do that. Well, maybe because I'm not a professional biker or unicycler, but, well, yeah, but he is. I'm not, but yeah. And then finally we see probably the scariest act in the entire show, for this guy balances precariously on a bunch of wibbly wobbly things. How does he do that? And now it's time for the fireworks finale. Only this time it's not contemporary music, it's the Stars and Stripes Forever. Because it's the 4th of July. What, you didn't know that? Okay, maybe I didn't tell you, but that doesn't matter right now. Just enjoy the fireworks while you still can. So, happy 4th of July!
Our spectacular finale. Thank you for partying with us here at Busch Garden Summer.
Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. I will stand up next to you and remember you today. There ain't no doubt about this land. God bless the USA.
Dan is the man.